I hope this goes well. I was pleased to hear that Vitra was chosen to reveal himself at last. The people at Radzatan need a strong and wise satrap more than ever. People are slowly making their way here, but many are still gripped by fear and doubt. Hopefully Vitra's message of hope will resonate strongly enough with the ones willing to listen, and spread to every corner of Thavnair. It would seem the people still have lingering doubts, and I cannot blame them. Yet, we know what strength is afforded us. With one of the first brood on our side, I have faith the citizens will come to understand and accept him in time. I hear you were able to bring the situation at Palakistan under control. Every life lost is a tragedy, but you should take pride in doing what you could. When I assumed command during the earlier panic, I did so instinctively and out of necessity. 'Twas not my place to give orders, but I am glad the people heeded them. But now they have need of a true leader, a magnanimous and just satrap who can guide them every step of the way. Fortunately, they are blessed with one such soul. If anyone can protect and guide them through this calamity, it is he. Worm and man, working towards a common goal. We've come a long way since the Dragon Song War, haven't we? Oh god, these people have been through so much in just a short amount of time.
Look! Someone's coming!
That's Farshan, who we now know is really Vitra.
People of Radzatan, it warms my heart to see so many brave, resilient souls before me. Today, I would share with you a great revelation. But before I do, I must make a humble request. Do not be alarmed, nor avert your eyes. See the one I unveil for who he is, and know that he means you no harm.
Very well. I dare say it can't be worse than the horrors we've already seen.
Many thanks.
He's gonna get his eye back.
A dragon!
Wow!
People of Radzatan, I am Vritra, and for years uncounted hath this isle served as mine abode. Tis as the satrap's ally I am known. Today, I would reveal the truth unto you.
Let us hope they accept him.
If I am hearing this right, you were the satrap all along?
Vashan! I mean, Master Vitra, does your divine eye really see all?
Nay, child. While mine eye hath borne witness to the whole of our nation's history, to its future I am blind as thee. Countrymen, calamity the likes of which we have never known is come to Thavnair, our home. Friends and loved ones have been taken from us. I, too, have lost my closest confidant. Ahawan loved this land and served it with dignity till his dying breath. A nobler satrap there will never be. For so long, I lacked the courage to face you. I will not easily earn your trust, this I know. And yet, I cannot sit idly by and abandon Radzat to her fate. A font of boundless vibrancy, this jewel of the ocean. Since time immemorial, has she glittered with every color imaginable. To this dragon, slumbering in his dark lair, 'twas a mesmerizing sight, and one that brought no end of joy to my heart. This calamity hath stolen too much from you already, yet so long as you live, the light of Radzat will never be extinguished. I pray you let me watch over it, over you, and lend me your strength, that we might face this trial and those to come as one.
I do not know you, dragon, but I thank you for speaking the truth to us. As divinities, both Manusha and Riga once joined together, so too do I believe that hand in hand, we can overcome this ordeal and welcome an era of peace.
A sight that would have surely brought a smile to Azael's face. Indeed.
Excuse me, but I must speak with the satrap at once.
Father!
You have suffered dearly of late, yet you must endeavor to look beyond these losses to the future you yet have. On behalf of the Forum of Sharlayan, I come with a proposal by which you, the people of Radzat might be saved. I say again, I must speak with your satrap. I beseech you, take me to him with all possible haste.
I am satrap here. Speak thy proposal. All present shall hear and judge.
If I have given offense, then I apologize. First, allow me to share with you what knowledge we have of the phenomenon responsible for your woes. The final days. 'Tis an affliction of stagnancy and rot, sown into the currents of the star. Though the first prominent manifestation was here, in Thavner, it will invariably spread to every corner of the world. The Forum was forewarned of this apocalypse several centuries ago. Thenceforth, my predecessors sought to prepare for the end times in the only conceivable fashion, by securing a means of escape.
Escape the star? What madness is this?
'Tis by no means madness. With the coming of the 7th umbral calamity, the true nature of the Red Moon, Dalamud, was revealed. That it was an artificial construct of ancient Alag. But what of the Silver Moon? This celestial satellite is yet another technological marvel fashioned and maintained by ancient allies. A ship that will sail the heavens and deliver our people from destruction. And by our people, I speak not only of Sharlayan. We mean to save every man, woman, and child it is within our power to save. Including you, our dear friends of Radzat Han. Recent events necessitate adjustments be made, and quickly, but we can and will escort you safely to the moon.
Long has thy forum been allies to Thavnir. I trust thou dost not extend this offer lightly. Yet I wonder, is this truly the way? Is there a future to be built for us beyond this star our father deemed the last bastion of hope?
It is for that very reason I come before you and your people. To answer any and all of your questions. To offer my assurances and allay your fears. Though, if you wish the best for your people, I advise you to render your decision swiftly.
I don't know.
Show our friends to Megaduta. They are to be received as honored guests. Worry not. Whatever decision is reached, your paths shall be yours to decide. Until then, heed the warning of these brave heroes. Guard your hearts against fear and despair, for it is within such fertile soil that the seeds of blasphemy find purchase. Remain calm and attend to your daily tasks. I shall return anon.
We'll do as you say, Master Vitra. We believe in you.
Uh-oh. What's going on?
You're still here. What a relief.
Nidana, what's the matter? Has something happened at Palaka's stand?
Oh, no, not that I know of. I just hope to hear your thoughts on a theory of mine. All who undergo the transformation are drained of their ether, yes? What is it then that gives these beasts the strength to carry on as they do? Logically, they must be drawing upon an alternate form of vital energy. That put me in mind of our earlier conversation, when I tried to explain the essence which many confuse with ether.
Akasha. Yes, I remember. The unseen gift bestowed from on high. An energy influenced solely by emotion.
Yes, yes. In this instance, negative ones set Akasha into motion, thereby infusing the beasts with vitality. I posit this as the mechanism by which the beasts are born and sustained. Ah, do you still have that flower?
Oh no. What?
If we accept that it once shone bright by drawing upon Akasha, influenced by the thoughts of those nearby, then fear, terror, despair, negative emotions so powerful as to suffocate it, permeated the air in this place. You must be very careful. The forces which drive the final days may be beyond our ability to perceive. Sorry, I didn't mean to scare you like that. At any rate, I will continue my research into Akasha. Do temper your expectations, however. There are sadly few detailed studies upon which I may draw.
Formulating a new theory as you have is itself no small feat. I wish you well in your endeavors, and pray you take care.
Thank you. You stay safe as well, yes? Till next we meet. And we will meet again.
Why did the flower just disintegrate into nothing? I have been entrusted with a message meant for you and your companions. When you're done speaking amongst yourselves, I will share it with you. Even were Vitra to acquiesce to their proposal, just how do the Sharlians intend to transport the nation's entire populace to the moon? They have a ship. Under normal circumstances, the former's proposal would be regarded as sheer madness, but when the sky burns, even madness can sound appealing. Doubtless Vitra is loath to abandon his home, and yet, absent other options, he cannot dismiss the option out of hand. That soldier of the Radiant there, if I'm not mistaken, he accompanied Ahawan to Vanaspati. Could it be that he knew Vitra's identity all along? As far as we have come, after all the horrors we have seen, there is still much we do not know about the final days. Could it be as Nadana said, that the cause of this phenomenon is beyond our comprehension, and if so, are we powerless to forestall it? Their solution still sits ill with me, but if life has taught me anything, it's that there is little to be gained from arguing with Sharlians. We must take it upon ourselves to find a better way. Greetings, honored scions of the Seventh Dawn. I have a message from His Excellency, the Satrap. Brave scions, you have my gratitude for aiding my people in this most trying of times. Alas, matters here at Magaduta prevent me from meeting you all in person. As a token of mine appreciation, I have arranged for a feast to be held in your honor. May it nourish you in preparation for the trials ahead. Such are the words of Master Vitra. The feast he speaks of awaits you at Merid's Mihane. Pray make your way there whenever your business here is done. We thank you for your kindness indeed. I was hoping we might find a place to discuss our next course of action, and that seems an ideal venue. Ah, and to you, Orc Knight, there is someone we had hoped to introduce to you in particular. While I am loath to detain you further, might you spare a moment of your time? Interesting. A personal invitation. Knowing full well your services are in the highest demand right now, this must be important. Worry not, we'll save some food for you. Take all the time you need. Thank you, friend. Whenever you are ready, please join me in the Aetheryte Plaza, and I shall go on ahead. Finally. So much happened in that one cutscene. Vitra revealed that he's the Satrap. The Sharlians came, proposed with their proposal of going to the moon. And the flower burned up. I don't know why the flower burned up, but I mean, I have a feeling it has something to do with the area that we're in. Like how Nadana was saying, like it's a unseen force, whatever's causing the negative emotions. We're probably going to go back to Old Sharlayan anyway, so I wouldn't be surprised if we see more of those flowers. Still, it seems like a pretty significant thing, being that Hydaelyn was the one who instructed us to pay attention to the flower. You must be wondering what place this is. You stand in the hull of the Radiant Host, from where our leadership oversees all of Ratzathan's military operations. Sundrop, our destination, just lies ahead. Welcome to Sundrop. Without further ado, allow me to introduce you to... Oh, so you're the famous Auric Knight, eh? I knew it the moment you stepped through the door. You've the look of one who's walked through hell. Shirabat, please, you are speaking to the Satrap's honored guest and a savior of our people. Can you not show a modicum of respect? What respect is there in paying a fellow warrior a compliment? We're all friends here, or will be soon enough. More formally then, for the benefit of my countrymen, it is a pleasure to have you with us, O great champion of Eorzea, scion of the Seventh Dawn, warrior of light, an all-round good egg, I'm sure. This talk of eggs reminds me I'm late for dinner. A man after my own heart. I like that. Don't you worry, I'll keep it short. There's just a thing or two we'd like you to remember. First of all, about the room you're standing in. Ratzathan welcomes delegates from other lands to oversee trade and diplomatic dealings. Then there are military matters to discuss, which is why all these officers are stationed here in Sundrop. I imagine you're more familiar with each of the nations they represent, yes? We've got representatives from Doma, Ul'dah and Alamigo. Limsa Lominsa. Gridania. And last but not least, never let it be said least, Ishgard. They're in the eyes, ears, and mouths that bridge the distance between Ratzathan and their respective homelands. We've used this brief respite to share the details of our plight with our overseas counterparts. And wouldn't you know it, all of their leaders requested a few words from you specifically. You're a man in high demand, eh? And so, would you mind regaling us with your own account? Indulge us before you indulge yourself. Alright, it's time to eat. Although I'm not sure how anyone can eat with the sky falling like that. A welcome. When the Satrap asked us to entertain a party of honored guests, I was wondering who it might be. This is a lovely surprise, to say the least. By the way, I heard all about Kalzal from your friend Grahatia. I understand there was nothing that could be done, but I was heartened to hear he meant us no harm. I cannot thank you enough for dispatching the beast. As the smallest token of our thanks, your food and drink tonight are Myriad's treat. Speaking of which, what shall I start you off with? A piping hot mug of chai, please. As you wish. Pray join your friends and I will bring you your drink. Welcome back. Whatever did the Radiant Host want with you, pray tell? Our allies have sent military delegates? That's news to me. Mind sharing the details?
So blasphemies now plague all the realm.
It will only get worse if what Father said is true, as it did in Amarot.
If that's our model, then shouldn't we expect the effects to grow more severe as it feeds off its own spread? As if people transforming into those monstrosities wasn't bad enough. If the flora and fauna, if the land itself turned against us.
No one would survive.
I never even considered that.
Here's your order, friend. May you find comfort in these dark times.
Where do we go from here? If there's one thing we've learned, fighting blindly and simply reacting to what comes will accomplish nothing. We must find a solution that addresses the fundamental cause. Before our strength is exhausted, before this crisis spirals out of control. Is there something, anything we've overlooked?
If there is an answer, Hydaelyn herself will have it. 'Twas she who bound Zodiac and forestalled the final days. Alas, we have heard naught from her since the Tower of Babel. Whether she cannot or will not speak, I can only speculate. Even the flower she gave us is no more.
In our time we called it Elpis. You would do not remember the name.
So advised the Watcher. But what could be the significance of that name? It is entirely unfamiliar to me.
To me as well. It meant something to the ancients, though. In our time.
Most surely. Yet I do not recall a single mention of it in the records of Anida.
Another dead end. And quite literally. It's not as if there are any ancients living we could go and ask.
Oh, but what if we went back to the first?
Not alive as such, but not quite dead.
Are we going to the first?
Elidibus. I sealed him in the White Horus site at the Crystal Tower back on the first. Contained within that reservoir of ether that maintains it, ether that is returned little by little to the sea. Naught may remain of his soul. However, if part of it lingers, we might be able to speak with him there. I know we can no longer make that journey, but you, my friend, still can.
Oh my god, we're gonna go back to the first! It would be an opportunity to look in on the others as well.
Thank you, my friend. That would mean much to me.
If nothing else, should we learn the first is safe, we'll have that much more reason to keep fighting the good fight. That said, the odds are not in our favor, to say the least. Which is why we're fortunate to have Urianger up there on the moon, working hard to make all the necessary preparations for our departure, should it come to it.
And why we have nothing to lose by staying the course till the last instant.
Indeed. To the last, let us all do what we can. I will consult with Master Matoya and see if she knows of a way to reach Hydaelyn from the Ethereal Sea.
And I will visit the nation's leaders and attempt to ascertain how far the final days have progressed elsewhere.
Keep me abreast of your findings. I can seek out and slay the worst of the immediate threats, if only to slow the spread.
Okay.
Unease, terror, despair. Try as we might to suppress them, these emotions will return to harry us time and time again. But when they do, remember this. Your friends and loved ones are out there somewhere, sharing in your struggle. You are not alone.
So ends the brief respite before the next revelation. Yes, so much left for you to see. Where beginning ends, and end begins.
Oh my god, what does that mean? My armor's as good as it's getting, man. In that case, it's fine. It's time we each attended to our tasks. And when you arrive on the first, give my regards to Reen. Tell her I miss her. Aww. So everyone has their jobs. Should Reen ask questions, don't hide the truth from her. If anything, see if she has any insights to offer. She's not a child in need of protection, but a comrade we should be willing to rely upon, even if a part of me may always beg to differ. If the form truly has been spurred to action by Heidelin's prophecy, then is it not odd the Enta Tower was entrusted to Master Matoya, who bears them no love? No doubt she has a reason for this, and I would know what it is. Beasts and blasphemies may be running amok in nearby lands, outside the influence of Ratzathan and the Alliance. If so, I may need to go hunting. Ah. Well, I suppose I do feel better on a full stomach after all. Burning skies? Blasphemies? Not if I've got anything to say about it. The final days. How far has the phenomenon spread, and how does it manifest itself in each land? I must find out. To my friends in each nation and find out all I can. Take this orc, my spirit vessel. Empty now, of course, but it should allow you to operate the tower systems in the umbilicus. Even if the smallest fragment of Elidibus's essence remains, it should be possible to locate it. As for access to the umbilicus, pray seek out Lena for assistance. Chances are she still stands watch at the Ascensor Gate. Should she or anyone else ask after me, tell them I am living my life to the fullest, that I am happy, hardships and all. Well, we had best be on our respective ways. God's willing, we will see each other again ere long. Return to the Crystarium. All done. You wish to enter the umbilicus. Very well. I shall fetch the key at once and take the opportunity to find Reen. Please wait for me in the city in front of the Cabinet of Curiosity. Shall we say, I will be along as soon as I can. Let's see what happens. Wonder if the final days are happening here too. Do my old eyes deceive? Is that truly Auric? Is that Becklug? Ha! It is! Full glad am I to see you hale and whole, my friend. What a wonderful surprise it is to have you back with us, and at this most opportune time. In case you haven't heard, we are planning to produce a tome chronicling events from the Flood to the Knight's return. For this project, we intend to draw upon records kept by the world's peoples. Historical and contemporary first-hand accounts will be the centerpiece of the tome, but yours would be the one to crown them all. I've been asked to contribute a chapter on the soul, a subject that is key to understanding much of your endeavors. In the course developing the spirit vessel, I gained valuable sights into travel beyond the rift, knowledge that will allow me to attest to your existence and deeds. There is no end to the questions I would ask you, but if you could indulge me just one for now. In your quest to restore the night, you faced many a formidable foe. Among them, who offered you the greatest struggle? Titania, driven mad by light and loneliness, Valkyrie and his misguided self-righteousness, Hades, who bore the burden of his people. This may come as a surprise, but... what is this one? This may come as a surprise, but... truly? I never would have guessed, but then if I could, I suppose I wouldn't have to ask. 'Tis a tremendously eye-opening answer, and we will see that your account of this battle features prominently in the tome. I know you'd love to talk his ear off, Morin, but we really should be on our way. Those documents from Yulmore wouldn't collect themselves. I think we're talking about the Warrior of Light, Elidibus. Of course, and afterwards, would you care to join me for tea? I was hoping you might clarify a few points for your treatise. Till next time, do tell the others to look after themselves. Our overzealous friend in particular, remind him not to overexert himself. Again and again till his ears fall off. If that's what it takes for him to take it to heart. Are we gonna see Reen now? Why is the cutscene like this? Is that the Warrior of Darkness? Oh, these kids. It's him, it's really him. What are you doing here? If you're going to battle, I can give you some medicine. I made it myself. Best not, Riki. You'd only give him a stomachache. We've come to see Morin to get his advice. One of the gods finally agreed to teach us how to fight, but first we need to choose a fighting style. While I know I want to be a mage, Akril isn't sure. Magic isn't really my thing, so I was thinking of taking up an axe, or the sword, or maybe the bow. They all seem alright, but it's hard to decide, so I thought I'd ask Morin. He knows lots of things. He isn't here? Aw. Why don't you have the Warrior of Darkness choose for you? What do you think suits Akril best, axe, sword, or bow? For protecting your friends, the sword. The sword. If you took up the sword, you could be just like... Brandon, the Warrior of Light. I love that tale. Let's borrow the book today. It's really popular, though I hope it's still there. Thanks for helping me decide Warrior of Darkness. I'll start with that style, and maybe try something else later on. When I get really strong, I hope to have a bout with you. Oh wow, so they keep Brandon's memory intact. That's nice. Are we gonna see Reen? Such fun he's been having basking in the adoration of musty old bookworms and eye-wide younglings, but does he spare a thought for me? Of course not. I waited and waited and waited, but he won't so much as acknowledge the presence of his beautiful branch, even though they're right here. Such a heartless thing a sapling is, cold, cruel, and heartless. Fail-Ul, I need you. Oh, faithful Fail-Ul, loveliest of branches, how I have missed you. If you truly missed me, you should have cried for me at the top of your lungs the instant you arrived. To make up for it, you will call with twice the passion next time, though for there to be a next time, you've some few struggles to overcome. So, my adorable sapling, the world is on the verge of destruction, is it? How did I know this? Joined as we are, spying as you is as simple as sliding down the back of a rainbow. Would that I could aid you in your quest, but the fate of we Fey folk is bound to that of the star. Whither it goes, so too do we follow. Such is our way. The most I could do for you is spare you the pain, by gifting you the sweetest of eternal dreams. But if escape's not to your liking, then you must struggle with your fellow mortals. Ah, but here are the ones you're waiting for. I wonder what manner of conclusion awaits at tale's end. There she is. My apologies for the delay. Ulrich, it's so wonderful to see you again. You doubtless have much catching up to do, so I'll leave it to you. I've taken the liberty of unlocking the umbilicus, and you may enter at your leisure. I'm relieved to hear that everyone is well. I've had this feeling like a pit in my stomach, and I was afraid that something might have happened. Maybe I'm overthinking things, but it's just that... I'm the Oracle of Light, but I've never spoken with Heidelin, never once heard her call. Even so, I've always had this feeling deep inside me, a connection to something immense. These past few days, though, that connection has wavered, as if that immense something was distant, then close, then distant again. And then the other night I was jolted awake by the feeling it had been completely severed. Wanting some fresh air, I went to open the window, and to my horror, the sky was ablaze, like during the star shower. But then I blinked and everything was normal. The next day no one said a thing. No one else had seen what I had seen. As far as I could tell, nothing was out of the ordinary. I began to wonder if it was a figment of a half-remembered dream. Ulrich, what are you not telling me? I have to know, please. It doesn't matter how terrible it is. The source is facing its final days. It wasn't my imagination then. The doom we witnessed in Amaro has come again. I can't believe it. Like I told you before, all is well here in the First, so don't worry about us. Please look only to the threat before you. We're fine right now, and even if we weren't, we learned how to survive. Should the final days reach us here as well, you may be assured we won't go quietly. No, we'll hold on until you find a way to save all our worlds. So long as you continue your fight, so too will we, united in purpose beneath a blazing sky. Reen wears a look of steely resolve. You're headed to the umbilicus to consult with Elidibus, right? I'll do some consulting of my own and speak with Lena, decide how we must best prepare for the final days. So it's farewell for now, but we'll see each other again, I'm certain of it. We lived through the flood and the tyranny of Light Wardens. We're survivors. Do what you need to do, and know that we will too. Alright, now we're going to speak to Elidibus. Oh wow. It's the last time we had everyone here.
Biometric authentication complete. Please state your business.
I wish to speak with Elidibus.
Acknowledged. Reinitializing Sidcus Tower systems. Searching for Elidibus entity. Target located in subterranean core power accumulator. Projecting image.
My home. My friends. No more than a dream. You. Why have you awakened me? I no longer sense those places beyond, or Lord Zodiac. You must explain all.
Oh, he's no longer... Zodiac no longer has a hold on them, I guess.
So, he is fallen, and my brethren's souls returned to the star. The doom we sacrificed so much to prevent is come again. Old burdens now yours to bear. But if this is Fandaniel's design, then I, as Elidibus, have a duty to fulfill. Your unsolicited act has restored to me some few memories of the convocation.
Oh, good.
Such knowledge as I have, I will share.
Please do.
I do this not for you. I merely perform my duty, as I have ever done. Where to begin? The end. Your understanding of what caused the final days is consistent with our own. The decay first took root where the currents were weakest. Yes. A conclusion drawn by him. Fandaniel. Not the him of here and now, but as I knew him. Long, long ago.
I see, so the original Fandaniel. It's a little confusing if you don't watch all the cutscenes.
Having shed light upon the phenomenon, he dedicated himself to devising a countermeasure. Were it not for his knowledge of the Celestial, we would never have made the connection, and thence forestalled the final days. And though he inherited that noble soul, how different this last incarnation. So consumed by self-loathing and hate. Elpis. Yes, the name is familiar to me. Yet I know it not as a flower, but a place. A testing facility for determining which of our creations were fit to be released into the world. Many worked there, and before joining the convocation and assuming the title of Fandaniel, he was their chief. He was Hermes.
Hermes.
That is all I know.
Right, so we had Hades and Hermes.
The crystals tell little of the lives the 14 led prior to their induction. Elpis itself would tell even less. Nary a ruin has survived. Wait. I saw you there. In Elpis.
What? What do you mean?
No. I did not. But I did. I did. a lingering trace of impossibility, and a truth that fills my heart. My memories remain clouded, I fear. However, they have revealed to me one possible course. You must travel to Elpis, to the time when Hermes served as its chief. In glimpsing the Exarch's memories, not only did I make his summoning magic mine own, I also mastered the workings of this tower, which, having absorbed my empowered essence, now harbors an abundance of energy. As such, I believe I can deliver you unto the past, unto that place and that precise moment. Given the eons that must be traversed, the gateway will not be fully formed. Your form will be less tangible still than those warriors of light I had summoned. In all likelihood, none will be able to see or hear you. Yet even should you manage to interact with others, you will be unable to effect meaningful change. For the reality you wish to save, the reality to which you must return, exists as a result of the final days. You cannot reshape the past to undo the tragedies of the present. Cannot unmake the sorrow and suffering fated to come. In full knowledge of this, will you still entrust your life to your foe and make the journey?
You're not my enemy.
Very well. I shall cast you unto the river of time. Let this be my final act. You must input the commands. I no longer have the authority. First, you must reconfigure the systems, that the tower's ether may be channeled for the magic. The preparations are complete. The gateway will soon open. Return at once to the ocular. All appears to be in order. The ether flows unimpeded. The magic should consume every last mote of my essence. Why are you surprised? Did I not say that this will be my final act?
Oh no. I actually liked Elidibus.
Lord Zodiac is no more. There is nothing for me here. The ones I love and long to see again are waiting in that promised land, beyond memory and dream. Now go, warrior of light. Go, and do not look back. Well, Hydaelyn, I take my leave of you. Yours is the mantle of the last of us. May you have the joy of it, the burden and the solitude. It falls to you now. You and your champion to save our star.